My name is Maximilian Riedel, 11th generation of the Riedel family. We're here in Kufstein. And the question is, what is your definition of successful leadership in the 21st century? For me personally, I'm not sure if leadership has changed over the last centuries. Whenever you are entitled to lead people, you have to have a certain way of approaching it, depending in which kind of area you try to lead your people. I can only talk about my personal experience. I've been living the last 15 years in America, in New York. After that, I moved to Kufstein, where I inherited a company from my forefathers. And since I have been working and living with my grandfather and my father, I experienced the way how they were leading their people, and I don't think that my way of leading people is so much different, because you get influenced by people, you get influenced by your surroundings, and of course I'm influenced, since we're running a family business, by family members. What we do here at Riedel is a kind of micromanagement. So what I try to do is I try to, even though I have 1,200 employees, I try to be present. I try to not only dictate via management, but I also like to communicate directly to the people, no matter if they are in any kind of position, office position, working position in one of our glass factories. I think it's important to show face. I think it is important to support, not only to dictate in which direction the company should go, but also to ask and work with your people, ask for their opinion, and based on their support, I believe that you can nowadays manage a big company such as ours in a more efficient way. I believe what has changed between the 21st century and the centuries prior is that dictatorships are no longer a thing of the present. It is more of working together, setting a goal together as a team, as a group, as a company, and trying to reach it. And of course, when you reach the goal, then not only you should benefit, but also the team surrounding you, supporting you, should benefit. How can a benefit like this look like? It is with awards, of course. Could be a cash award, could be a title award. However, people are appreciating it. It depends also from country to country. I believe that running a company in Austria is a different structure than running a company in the United States, for example. But overall, what I like to do is to lead by example. I would not give tasks to people that I would not be up for, no matter in what kind of position it is. So leading by example for me, for sure, is something which is a direction that my father already gave and my grandfather prior. What I like to implement is technical equipment. Nowadays, it is very important that we don't maneuver a big company such as this like they did 100 years ago, where certain computer and other equipment was not available. I think it's very important to implement these things. I think it's very important as a manager to stay on top of technical improvements. So again, leading by example, I think, is one of the core elements that in the Riedel company we have always implemented, and it's also my plan to do so in future. What else can I say is I get information from other business associates. I'm a member of YPO. YPO stands for Young Presidents Organization. I joined in 2006 in New York. It's a worldwide organization, and what you learn is from other leaders, how do they run their companies, and it's a kind of an exchange where you communicate what has been working well for you. You give advice to others, and of course you expect advice from them in return. So it's not meant that when you are born into such a role, or if you have worked hard enough that you have reached a certain level in leadership, that you should stall. I think it's an ongoing process. You have to improve yourself to be able to communicate it to your people. So for me, these are probably the core elements how to run and how to lead in the 21st century.